Hello everybody. This video is going to be more of like an update video for my paper cartridge kit. I'm going to go over some of the changes I've made and just quickly retouch what it's used for and everything for those who are new and have never seen this before. So this here is a design of mine which took me about 1.5 years to develop. This is a paper cartridge former. And this here is the actual kit, how it comes in and how it looks. As you can see, I included a glue stick now, and I also changed the paper. I went with a much lighter 17-pound paper. This was actually suggested by a customer. He suggested several different types of papers to test, and actually liked this one the best as it offered the best results. So I switched it out to this much thinner paper. It works good when nitrated, but it still works decently well unnitrated. I mean, ignition's clean and fast. Sometimes there's still some little trash that's left inside, but it works very well. This here's the kit, or this is the former, I should say. Even though I include paper, it doesn't need this paper. You can cut your own. You can use coffee filter, cigarette paper, newsprint paper, tracing paper. All that works with this kit, even when nitrated. Coffee filter fattens up a little bit when it's nitrated, but that will still feed through and fold with this. So the glue and the paper are the main changes. There hasn't been any changes to the actual former itself because it seems to be performing very well. In the future, I am looking to trying to get this made out of resin as well as multicolor filament, so the letters and numbers can be seen clearly, a two-tone color. I also am now looking to change the color of the actual piece. I'm looking at perhaps brown, light brown, dark brown, don't know which. But if you have a suggestion of colors, let me know, put it in the comments, and I will definitely look at take into consideration to start forming them, making them in different colors. All right, let's go ahead and make some paper cartridges. Okay, I got my stuff put away, and then I got out some bases and walls. Got my former and my glue. So if you've never seen this, this is how you make paper cartridges with this former. So as you can see on the paper, there's a slight bend right here. It matches up with the bend of the cutout inside the actual block. As you can see, it sits perfectly in there. Once you put it in, you just feed it in with your thumb as you're turning it, and it will roll in. As it comes to the overlap, here's a little tip. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell, it's starting to try to sneak underneath. If you put your thumb here and apply pressure at that point, it will slide underneath real easy. Another little trick is this little back part right here is to apply glue. You got to fold the lip back like that. Well, a little trick that you can do is before you feed it in, just give it a little fold up here like that, and then feed it in, and then it'll be a lot easier to fold it back and glue. Now when you apply the glue, you want to hold the head of the mandrel and the bottom of the base together when you apply the glue. If you do not, this is what will happen. See how it'll slid out like that? That's why you want to hold both parts. So let's try that again, this time correctly. Okay, now let's apply pressure. Just give it a couple turns, And it is on. Just like that. To put the base on, you grab one of the bases. You got this little cutout right here, which it will sit perfectly in, and it will be centered. You're going to apply glue to the bottom of the wall, and you want to turn it in the same direction you did the roll. If you do it against the roll, you can unwind it and open it back up if it's not dry yet. Whoops. Once you got the glue on the base, you're going to just push it in, center it, push it in, and it will fall into that hole, and the walls will be folded. My bad. The arms of the base will be folded over up against the wall, as you can see. Now this is the tricky part, which I'm sure a lot of people have frustration, is removing the tube from the mandrel. There is an O-ring in there, and when you grab it, you want to avoid grabbing the O-ring, because then it just sticks to it like glue. You want to grab away from the O-ring. You want to twist and pull in direction of the roll. If you twist and pull the opposite direction, you'll unfold it all. So twist and pull with the roll, and it'll come right off. There is your perfect tube. On the bottom of this, you have a little hole right here. This will actually hold the paper tube so that you can fill it with powder without crushing the tube, because that's very fragile, as you can see. This is the method I prefer to glue. As you can see, the mouth of the paper has these little segments that is cut up, and they open up like this. Apply glue to the wings. Put the ball in, and then you can fold them up, and they'll hug the paper perfectly. I just wanted to show that off. Another little tip on how to glue a ball or a conical to this paper cartridge. This here is something I want to go over. So when I apply glue to the top of this, I apply it and I pull and down. I apply it, pull, in a downwards motion. If I apply it and lift up, it will actually stick to the paper and it'll pull the whole cartridge with it. So down as I pull away, down as I pull away. Let's see if I can do it. If I pull and then pull up, see how it's pulling the cartridge? See how it's pulling it up? I want to avoid pulling up. Only pull up once you've cleared the cartridge. If you do that, it might pull it up and then you spill all over the place. And I've had that happen to me a lot of times. And I don't want that to happen to you. Apply the ball. Fold the wings over. And there we go. So now let's say you do glue and you're going pretty fast, and then you notice that there wasn't enough glue on one of the wings or so. And what do? Well, it's quite simple. All you gotta do is put it back on here. You don't have to dismantle it or anything like that. Just lift this wing up to your finger. Apply some glue. And you can fold it right back down. And then there you go. Fix. Easy fix. It works best after you let it dry. If everything remains wet or still gluing, it can become a little more troublesome. Apply glue under the wings. There you go. So it can be saved. You don't have to throw it away or think, oh no, it's no good no more because one of the legs came off. No, just apply glue back on it and it's done. As you can see, that's how easy it is to roll paper cartridge tubes with this former.